All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another month in Pro Wrestling Heartland. It is May 1921, and we had kind of a big month this last month. We had a whole bunch of new people enter into the wrestling world, and I kind of went through and sifted through them all right now. And I don't know if I did this just yet, but I have technically a brand split, Pro Wrestling Heartland guys, and right now just one Great Lakes Wrestling guy. I think I mentioned that I was doing Great Lakes Wrestling, so I made a bit of a logo for that. And so now I have that. It's about the same length as the Heartland shows, but we'll have our own separate thing. It kind of is sort of its own little territory. Of course, we'll still be in the Midwest for Pro Wrestling Heartland, and then for Great Lakes we'll be in the Great Lakes region. So leaving it as that, we've got a fair bit of money, so I'm not really concerned at all about that. We've got all these people here that we're gonna need for the event, but I think just at this point I'm gonna make sure we get the first part of the worker signings, and then presumably second part of the worker signings, and now we have, I think, our whole roster already full of not a ton of people. Well, I mean, not really like super over people. Let's go unbranded. So we got him. So hopefully this works out properly. I probably should have made sure I had this right. But I think the unbranded people show up on branded shows, right? I think so. Let me see. I bet it shows me. Brands. Let me see here. It doesn't 100% tell me. Well, I won't worry about it too much. If it becomes an issue, I guess I'll find out when I get to it. All right. So we have our guys in our brand split. We have our Heartland wrestlers wrestling in Kansas City, and now we have our Great Lakes wrestlers wrestling in Chicago. So seems to be about 3 less people than they got, so that's not too bad. Unbranded workers, of course, we got Dominic Shirk, we got our road agent, our other road agent, our one referee, and I've decided Trent Tubbs is technically going to be unbranded as well. Because I figured, you know what, his charisma is just too much to just sort of leave sitting around. And I think he's going to be the one guy, considering he is a manager. I might give him some clients. I'm not sure which client I want to give him, but I'll probably give him a client in Chicago as well, so he can travel between Kansas City and Chicago. I think I'll keep a lot of the, I don't know, that's a lot of biker gimmicks. I think I want to change some of their looks up, maybe change some of their names. Let me see here. So with the Great Lakes guy, Braxton Rock, Death Wolverine, Dwayne Lewis, Edwin Corey, Esther Rhea, Joan Springs. Let's see here. Dewey, Lance Whitfield. I feel like some of these names should be changed, slightly shortened, maybe ever so slightly too. Like Manolete, I feel like we can just call him Manny. Nah. Be easy enough. Now, if you're going to have a guy who's 6'4", 289, he's a fan favorite, badass streak, is a rebellious ass kicker, Maximilian Butts is probably not the name we should give him. I wonder if there's a different name. Landon Jericho. You know what? I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. I don't want that alter ego. That's just who he is now. Landon Jericho. Michael Schoaf, Miguel Bardales. I wonder if I should take the Miguel out and he's just Bardales. In fact, I might. I'm going to capitalize it. Milton Chamberlain. I like the Chamberlain part. 1%er gimmick. I don't know if a 1%er gimmick would work in 1921. Maybe. Milton doesn't seem like something. You know what? I'll keep the Chamberlain, but give me a different first name. Dale. He doesn't look like a Dale. Casper. Albert. All right. I'll take Albert Chamberlain. There we go. Wonder Lehman, Wyatt Walton. I think everybody else is pretty much A-okay, honestly. So we'll just deal with that as we go. I think a lot of these guys, we might just keep their gimmicks for right now. I don't know if I'll worry too much about it. Anything else I want to change? 6'4", 285. I wonder if we could take maybe one of the smaller guys. Put him in a mask or something. Braxton Rock, Death Wolverine. I'm trying to think. Edwin Corey, he's a Patriot. You know, I bet you I can give him something a little bit different. Let's see here. Do we have like masked wrestlers? I want to see if masked wrestlers are listed in here or not. No. I wonder if it's listed under like masked male. All right, so we can figure out what we want to put him under. Oh, I like that. I like that one already. Let's use that. What do we want to name him? Let's see. He uses a crossface. Trying to think what I would want to call a guy who looks like that. Kind of a dark masked man. Was it up here? By the way, that's pretty dope too. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what to name him. Maybe I should name him something that's like just a blatant rip off, like in 2021, but maybe not 1921. Trying to think here. What would I wonder if I could come up with I bet you there's let's see, just a wrestling name generator. I wonder if you can come up with some sort of names. Let's see. The Sensation. Das Übermensch. The Sensation actually doesn't sound too bad. I think that would be kind of neat. We'll just call him the Sensation. I'll take that. Not the greatest, but you know what? Alter ego? Yeah, sure, why not? There you go. All right. Well, you know what? There you go. We've spiced up the guys a little bit. I'll take that. All right. So we got a bunch of dudes to debut. We're making a healthy amount of money right now. And The Chicago show isn't until the end of the month, so we're just getting to Friday here. And we'll have, or no, or is it Saturday? Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. Yeah, Heartland Wrestling 5:15 tonight. So new Heartland Wrestling. I have no idea exactly what we should do because I had ideas of actually doing this and getting it all together, and then I just didn't, and pre-booking stuff. So it looks like I'm just gonna be winging it because why not? Let me see. All right, so we're looking at, by the way, I was gonna say there should be no local workers left, but you never know. Okay, we need show history. All right, so we had the Blackwell Whitfield thing, Grayson Foley, Trent Tubbs, AC Peck. Casper coming out. Let's see here. Nino Apodaca. Seals attacks Nino, grabs a rope. Okay. So I did something with Jack Seals. I'm wondering, you know what? I bet you I could give Nino a little bit something different. I bet you we could put him in a mask too, maybe. I wonder if it'd be a good idea to put him in a mask. Or you know what? I wonder if there's things in here. Is there a face paint? No, there isn't. Okay. We'll just put male. And let's see. And it just doesn't want to pop up anything. Uh-oh. Let's just try this then. Let's just go down here. Are there people with getting a good look at a lot of the different people and what they're gonna look like later on. But we don't have anybody with like face paint or anything, do we? No. I was gonna say, do we have it? Would masked? Would that be? Is it just different masks? There's a hockey one. I think it's probably just different masks. It's not face paint or anything. Well, it'd be nice if there was face. By the way, there's so many. I did not realize there was going to be so many different masks. This is a ridiculous amount of masks. That's just that's sort of a blatant ripoff. This is I did not realize there were going to be so many different masks. All right, so I don't think there's anything specific. You know, it's kind of amazing. There's not really there's not really. No, that's female. That's still a. All right. Well, you know what? I was going to give him something a little bit different, but I guess not. I'd have to just like Photoshop it in myself, I feel like. Let's see here. Shinya Nanako, Eddie Ramos, let's see, inside the crowd. Oh yeah, I screwed that up. Let's see here. I think we should have a match. We could have a match with Nino Apodaca. He would be challenging. Was it Joe Freer? He was. Oh my God! Jack Seals. I'm sorry, that's who it was. It was Jack Seals. So Seals is on one side, Nino is on the other, and who would each guy get? Let's get Wildman Rocco with Jack Seals. And Nino. Grayson Foley. How about that? And I think they could maybe, well, no, Jack can't go very long. He's only got like a 37. But can it go 12 minutes? Is 12 minutes asking a ton out of Jack Seals? Probably. Who do I want to win this? Now, Nino took... Okay, I'm thinking Jack Seals now. There's probably going to be some fuckery here if we do this. But we'll open match this, but we're going to give it a tainted win. There's definitely some fuckery here to give Jack Seals the win. I knew it. Oh boy. Okay. 9 minutes. All right. I could do that. I think that will be a later in the night thing though. So I'm thinking at the top of it, Nino comes out. Jack Seals. All right. Nino out. Says Seals will not be charged from last month if he faces in tag match tonight. Accepted. There we go. Charisma, I guess. It's microphone and oh my goodness. Microphone. And minor successes here. There we go. Effganic or real world? Effganic. Oh, what a long week it's been. I apologize for not being around. I had a wedding on Saturday. I thought about doing something Saturday. Then I had a wedding that was like all night. And it was out in the middle of nowhere. So it was like an hour drive each way. But it was fun. Caught up with some friends I hadn't talked to in quite a long time. So that's kind of neat. Friday was also the same way. I had I'd talked all about my roommate before. Of course, before I moved into this house, I had a roommate. And, in my talks with him, here, let me try to figure out what I'm going to book next here. All right. I think Casper and okay, so I think we should have something where Casper does a trial run as a tag team with the Enforcer. And they're going to want to face Joe Freer and somebody. Yeah, it is a pain, which is why, honestly, in more recent versions, what you're seeing here is, as you can see, you're just seeing the actual monitor capture. So this is just what my full monitor looks like right now, which is why you can see the whole bar and everything like that. You wouldn't normally be able to see it, but this is the best way I figured out how to do it. On top of which, being able to resize the screen specifically for the game itself, that was probably a godsend as well. Who would Freer have with him? Youngblood? Probably Youngblood. It makes sense to have Youngblood as well. I think Youngblood's win with Freer. But yeah, I hadn't seen my roommate in a while because he was gonna live in town, and then he decided he was gonna quit his job because he made a bunch of money and they weren't offering him the hours that he wanted. Like, they were working him way more than he wanted. He wanted some sort of free time and they just wouldn't give it to him. So he's like, I got like 10 grand saved up. So he quit his job because he was like, I'm gonna do something else that will offer me some free time. And then he realized, you know what, in the meantime, since we're moving out, I might take that time to just sort of just have a vacation, because he hadn't really had a proper vacation in a while. So we went and did that, Well, he met one of his buddies, one of his friends in Colorado who used to live here, and manages like, I think it's something like 10 different Airbnb houses. Like the guy owns 2 or 3 houses, and then he manages like another 7 or 8 for other people. And yeah, so he ended up getting a job working for him as like a cleaner. And so, you know, I messaged him a while ago and I was like, hey man, when are you coming back? He's like, I kind of moved here. I've just been living out of a backpack. I just never came back. So he came back this last weekend and I was able to hang out with him. That was cool. He came back just in time for Rampage to start when we saw the Punk thing. He was like pulling in as Punk was making his entrance. I'm like, get the fuck in here. I think Sheriff Casper could take the win here. I think Joe Freer could probably stand to lose here. We'll make it an open match though. And I think a decisive win. I think a decisive win is needed to help book this. The enforcer can't be in a match. How long can an enforcer? Oh boy, 26. All right, so 8. Okay, 7. We're gonna find the maximum length here. Ugh. All right, let's toss a one-on-one match in there. We don't have that many people left anymore. Crimson Bear, Dylan Ponce, Francisco Kurtz could fight. Who would he fight? I'm trying to look and see at some of the stories that I've been doing. Because I got, let's see, yeah, Mr. Fantastic ended up jobbing. Is he any good? 18's not bad. So you know what? Maybe I'll do something with Mr. Fantastic. He's still our resident job guy, but you know what? Maybe he could do pretty good. Maybe we can give him like a big roll-up win here. Who could he have his big roll-up win? I'm thinking Francisco Kurtz or Dylan Ponce. Kurtz or Ponce, I feel like would be the best thing. Because then you could have someone team up with him. So I'm thinking Kurtz. Kurtz has warm. They both have warm momentum, but I think that'd be interesting. Rehire, made you hire AOP and rename them PIS. Oh boy. What an unfortunate name. 57's not bad. I bet you can get a 14-minute match out of a 57 and a 55. You're really pushing the limits there, but I think you can do it. Let's get Mr. Fantastic a win here. He hasn't had himself a good win. We won't keep it open because I think Francisco Kurtz will be a bit better. But let's do a decisive win, but a flash pinfall victory. So like maybe he's distracted by the ref or something like that. He's arguing with the ref. There's no real interference. It's just a one-on-one thing. And it just happens. All right, let's see here. Ida and Nanako. So we had Eddie Roberts and Steven Schaffner. Wonder if we should keep that going. I'm trying to see who else we had. Grayson Foley. We had Blackwell. I wonder if Blackwell should be in a tag match. I feel like we should have Johnny Watson out there because he wasn't there last month. So Watson could have a match against somebody. Maybe just a little tune-up like a Rolo Love. Carl Mulheron. Mulheron's not all that great. Let me look at his safety. Safety's not bad. All right, let's take Carl Mulheron. Let's see what he does. I'm trying to think. Frito Nunez would be interesting too, but yeah, we'll We'll give him someone who has really had nothing. Yeah, I'd really have liked to have done both Effganic and Real World tonight. And I might really like get on my own ass to do Vertigo and Idol Pro very, very soon, like within the next couple days. Not tomorrow because I got a friend I'm hanging out with. He usually hangs out on Sundays, but now it's Wednesday. How long can Mulheron go? 61's not bad. 14 minutes should be a good good indicator. You know what? Let's do open match. Let's have Watson kind of help give a bit of the rub to Mulheron, see what he can do. Let me look at his match history. It's not very good. Mulheron was a 22 though. Maybe he was. Let's see here. I'm wondering if the guy just needs a little bit of a rub and needs to get up there. Okay. 56 minutes. I think we could probably do one more match. We want to do another tag. I feel like Blackwell should be in action. How about you know what? I think a 6-man tag. How about that? We'll toss that in between the two one-on-ones. Nate Blackwell, Shinya Nanako, and Yuko Ida. And they'll take on Eddie Roberts, Steven Schaffner, and AC Peck. It might work out. Of course, Eddie Roberts is really getting cooled off, as well as Steven Schaffner, but that's all right. I think we can maybe make something out of this. How good has AC Peck been? I think he's been pretty good in the ring, right? 26, even at that. 28. Grayson Foley was a 30. So you know what? He's been one of the better guys in that ring. All right. Just like 12 minutes, I think, should be enough. And we'll grab, I think Blackwell getting the victory here. I don't think they hardly ever did tag matches. Well, they probably did tag matches, but I don't think they did so many matches quite like this in the 20s, but whatever. At this point, we've long gone past that with like the 3-way dance. And of course, having matches that are less than like 90 minutes long. Open? Yeah, let's make it open. Decisive? Well, I mean, it's the champ, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Just drop that right in there. Hello. Okay, so we got Casper and the Enforcer. We've got, oh no, wait, no, we're going to be doing, yeah, Nino comes out. We're going to have, so let's see here. Sheriff Casper, the Enforcer. One sec. Trying to deal with microphone cord issues. There we go. All right. Also slide the keyboard out in a way that's comfortable. Casper has a deputy badge in his hand and extends to Enforcer. He accepts. There we go. What should we rate that on? Charisma? I mean, it could be charisma, it could be acting. Doesn't matter. You know what? I say it's a major success. I say it's at least a decent success, you know? It's not quite winning a title, but, you know, Casper has been trying to get the enforcer in his corner to be his deputy for quite a while. And there we go. Francisco Kurtz comes out. Dylan Ponce. Kurtz unhappy about wrestling. Wants a shot at Heartland title. There you go. And microphone. They both do that. Did Dylan Ponce talk much? Does he go to... He's about as good as we would need him to be in such a tiny-ass promotion. So, fairly okay. Alright, we could do that. He is a prize fighter. The man doesn't want to wrestle unless there's a prize involved. He's just wrestling Mr. Fantastic. Why would he care until he gets rolled up? Let's see. There we go. Kurtz and Ponce jump. Fantastic. Oops. Ponce jump fantastic. They hit a double team move and leave him laying. I don't know what the double team move would be, but they beat him up in the ring and they leave him lying there. So he's selling. Their fighting doesn't really showcase it. They're just sort of beating him down. Probably wouldn't work out very well either, no. This is mostly on Mr. Fantastic selling, which might not even be all that great. No, it's terrible. In fact, maybe we should just put fighting for these guys. Might actually work a little bit better. Minor defeat and minor success for these guys, so they still get one over on Mr. Fantastic afterwards. We get the 6-man tag. Nothing really here, I guess. Let me see. I feel like I could do a little bit of something with these guys. Something tag-wise, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's 6 guys here. I should be able to advance a little bit of something between them. Maybe AC Peck gets himself a little bit of a shot, maybe. Wonder if him facing maybe we can have him work his way into facing Blackwell. That might be an idea. How about that? So we do AC Peck and Nate Blackwell. Blackwell post-match. It's Peck with title. Oh, you know what? Actually, since Trent Tubbs would obviously be down there with AC Peck, it's Tubbs with title. Let's see. Also gets hit. There you go. We'll do like 4 minutes on that one. So selling, and I guess fighting. So minor defeats here. Minor success here. There you go. Johnny Watson post-match, I think, would maybe have a little bit of something. Just, Johnny thanks the crowd. Well, you know what? What was he? He wasn't here last week. What happened? What did I do to him? What did I do to Johnny Watson? Lance Whitfield. That's what happened. That's what happened. He got doctor stoppage. He got ref stoppage. So Johnny Watson. Watson thanks the fans for their support and takes his match with Whitfield as learning experience. Charisma. There you go. Yeah, we'll do microphone. There we go. And main event, Nina Apodaca, Grayson Foley, Jack Seals, Wildman, Rocco. Okay. I was doing Jack Seals getting the victory, right? Yeah. Bringing that modern day book in, yeah. At this point, why even attempt to try to make it like 1920s wrestling? It's just not going to happen. Because then I'd be booking literally, if it was like true 1920s wrestling, I'd literally be like booking one match the entire show, and the match would be like 90 minutes long. They could maybe jaw jack a little bit, but that's about it. All right. Oh, it's damn good cider. I feel like... Yeah. Whoops. Wildman Rocco. Joe Freer. Or no, I'm sorry, not Joe Freer. Jack Seals. Nino. Grayson. Rocco holds back Nino as Seals. Ooh. Big old motorcycle going by. At 11 p.m. too. Jesus Christ, man. Rocco holds back Nino as Seals. Grabs a rope. And chokes out Foley. Until he passes out. There you go. So let's see here. Rocco not really doing anything. Grayson Foley selling Jack Seals Menace. Jack Seals looks like someone who should have Menace, but he probably doesn't. Yeah, 58's not bad. We'll do that. Why not? I think it's neutral here, but a minor success and a minor defeat. Maybe even just a normal defeat. We'll keep it as this, I guess. And that's how we end the show. 92 minutes. I'll take it. Who'd we leave out? Astonishing Squirrel, Crimson Bear, Frito, Nunes, Rolo Love. I'm not crying over that. You know what? I haven't used them since February. So how about Crimson Bear, Rolo Love? How about that? We'll just do a, you know what? I'll do a dark segment, a dark match between Crimson Bear and Rolo Love. There you go. A nice little 10-minute match. We'll get Rolo Love the win. Open match. Decisive win. There you go. Now we'll save. Could do Frito Nunes an astonishing squirrel. Eh. All right. And start the show. All right, here we go. Once again, in our home, permanent home of Kansas City, in front of 130 people. A new event of Heartland Wrestling Live. Just a bit of a dark match here. A little bit before the show as people are coming in. Crimson Bear and Rolo Love are facing off against each other. Rolo Love hits an overhead slam, defeats Crimson Bear. Not too much there. Doesn't really matter. But we're going after the opening of the show here. Nino Apodaca comes out. He's got a microphone. Or whatever the hell the 1921 equivalent would be. Maybe that giant carnival barker thing. Either way, Nino comes out. He says Jack Seals will not be charged from his assault on him with the rope last month. The one caveat with that, of course, is that Jack Seals must face him here tonight in the main event or in a tag team match. He said Nino's looking for partners. He thinks he might have found one, and it's up to Jack Seals to find a partner of his own. Jack Seals comes out and accepts it, and they said they're on, and we have tonight's main event. We get our opening contest here. Sheriff Casper and the Enforcer taking on Joe Freer and Regan Youngblood. And Sheriff Casper has been courting the Enforcer, doing whatever he can, of course. Came to the aid of the Enforcer last month as Freer and Youngblood were going down on him. We get this tag team match here. And we get a flying tackle from Sheriff Casper to Joe Freer in 5.5 minutes. And Sheriff Casper and the Enforcer take the victory. So Freer and Youngblood tried, but they kept Youngblood at bay. And Joe Freer ends up getting hit with a flying tackle for the loss. And after that, Sheriff Casper has a deputy badge in his hand, given to him from the people backstage, and he says he had this made just for the Enforcer that wants to officially extend the invitation for him to become his Enforcer, and the Enforcer finally accepts. And there you go, as Sheriff Casper and the Enforcer have officially joined forces. We get Francisco Kurtz coming out with Dylan Ponce. Kurt says he is a prize fighter, although he's had a severe lack of prizes to be able to fight for. And he says he's not even happy about the fact he has to face someone the likes of Mr. Fantastic tonight. But he wants a shot at the Heartland title. He hasn't even had a chance to fight for a shot at the Heartland title, and he'd like to change that immediately and prove himself tonight against a guy like Mr. Fantastic. Well, it goes nearly 14 minutes. Francisco Kurtz seemed like he had Mr. Fantastic where he was. The ref ended up getting a 2 count out of a Mr. Fantastic kick out. Kurtz and Ponce get up in the ref's face, and as they're distracted, Mr. Fantastic recovers, gets up underneath Francisco Kurtz and rolls him up for the 3 count. And Mr. Fantastic gets the win over Francisco Kurtz in a crazy match. Unbelievable that had happened. And Kurtz is beside himself, and he and Dylan Ponce, before Mr. Fantastic can really start celebrating his win, they end up jumping him and laying in some stomps on him, and then hit sort of a double team slam. And leaves Mr. Fantastic laying for the referee to check up on him and drag him out of the ring. We get Nate Blackwell, Shinya Nanako, and Yuko Ida teaming up in a 6-man tag against Eddie Roberts, Steven Schaffner, and A.C. Peck. And decent enough match here. Let me see here. I see A.C. Peck did well. Blackwell did well. He was the best out of them. Not too bad. AC Peck and Trent Tubbs, of course, still have excellent chemistry, so that helps. And it goes 12 and a half minutes. But the Heartland World Champion, Nate Blackwell, ends up hitting AC Peck with a thrust kick and pins him for the 3, and another strong showing for the World Champion. And after that, Trent Tubbs is beside himself on it. He's starting arguing with the referee about the shenanigans. And Blackwell drags Trent Tubbs in. And Ida and Nanako hold Trent Tubbs as Nate Blackwell takes his championship belt and blasts Trent Tubbs with it. Reels back and just hits him square in the face with it, knocking Trent Tubbs out. AC Peck sees that. He runs to tend to him as he seems incensed by what Blackwell has done. As he tries to get in Blackwell's face, Nanako and Ida also hold AC Peck as Blackwell takes his belt and smashes AC Peck in the face with it as well, leaving both AC Peck and Trent Tubbs laying in the ring. Johnny Watson, hadn't seen him in 2 months since his loss to Lance Whitfield by referee stoppage. He was definitely a bit worse for wear and seemed like he needed a month off, but he is back here trying to shake off a little bit of that ring rust by facing Carl Mulheron. Goes just over 13 and a half minutes. Watson with a decent enough little match here. Just gets the pin and moves on. And, of course, Watson thanks the fans for his support and talks about how, he thought he was prepared to be the top wrestler in the world. He faced someone like Lance Whitfield, and it was definitely a learning experience that he has a lot more that he needs to learn if he wants to regain the Heartland World Championship. And our main event, Nino Apodaca has found Grayson Foley. Jack Seals has recruited Wildman Rocco, and we get our main event here. It goes just over 9 minutes as we get kind of a back and forth here, but eventually Jack Seals pulls a weapon out, nails Grayson Foley with the weapon, knocks him out, and takes him for the pin as Wildman Rocco deals with Nino. And Jack Seals, the worst guy amongst them, Jesus. But nonetheless, Jack Seals and Wildman Rocco getting the win in the main event. But he is not done. Rocco's still dealing with Apodaca as the bell is ringing. As Jack Seals goes underneath the ring and grabs the rope that he used on Apodaca last week as he was attempting to choke him out. This time he continues that, except this time on Grayson Foley. Wraps it around his neck and starts choking him out until eventually Foley passes out as Nino is understandably extremely upset at this. And Seals leaves with Rocco and takes the rope with him as well, as Nino is beside himself as to what Jack Seals has done. 22 increased their popularity. They were annoyed by the amount of non-wrestling stuff. Whoops. I guess I didn't even check that, did I? I was just so into making sure I just got everything else done that I didn't even think about that. At least our popularity increased, so I'm not too worried about that. Who was good? I see Johnny Watson, of course, was good. Nino Apodaca and Grayson Foley definitely did well. And who should I also... AC Peck actually did quite well too. He did quite good. So I'm just gonna tell them all that they're awesome. You guys are awesome. Scene please, scene please, scene please. There you go. It was not that bad given the company is so small. Thanks. I appreciate it. I like that. It's not that bad. It's still a very middle of the road show, as you can kind of see here. You know, we've definitely done better, but we've done worse. So, all right. I just want to make sure most everything is the same here for Great Lakes as we prepare for that. I think we're mostly just going on right now. That's the one upside. You know what I should do? I should actually go and get myself some half decent sleep. Because I just didn't. They've really been pushing Mauricio Turquet as someone to grab. Unfortunately, he's an agitator, so really I'm really not into that. He's got great star quality. I could see why. He's got good stamina, athleticism, power, resilience. He's great physically. High pain threshold. His stats are okay, but he's only 18. He would be great if he wasn't kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't feel like dealing with pains in the ass. I can get people pretty much as good as him that aren't pains in the ass. By the way, I'm wondering how much longer we're going to go. I wonder how much longer we're going to go before we start seeing new companies pop up. But nonetheless, we have our Great Lakes wrestling event. Finance wise, we've already made $5,000. We're not gonna hit anywhere near that. So I'm pretty happy about that. $6,400. We're gonna make a lot more money than we've been making. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's, by the way, that's a huge jump. What the hell does this look like? Okay, wrestling industry's falling, but the economy's rising. I think it's because both of them are. I mean, they're not low, they're not high, but they're not super low either, and that's a lot of money to have too. I am unbelievably tired. I can't believe I decided to do this. I think it was just the fact that I knew I was going to have to. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, shit, if I don't do it tonight, I'm going to have to wait at least like 2 more nights because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, and I don't want to be. I went and got food and everything else and took care of all sorts of stuff. And let's see here. Cincinnati's more important than Chicago? Detroit, of course. That's all right. It's still going to be Chicago. Hello. How's it going? I have a bad habit of not sleeping nearly enough, and it's really starting to hit me hard right now. Because it's like, oh, it's almost bedtime. And you didn't get nearly as much sleep as you should have. And I didn't wire myself with caffeine in it either. All right, so we have got a bunch of new people. So we're going to have to just go. The great thing is we got a giant blank slate that we can make anybody out of anything here. I think, honestly, more than anything else, Lance Whitfield needs to be the main event. As to who he faces, I feel like Bardalis is someone we can wait on. Albert Chamberlain's kind of small. Wyatt Walton, he's kind of small too. Sounds like having a rough night. I'm doing okay. It's one of those things where it's 11:30 and I usually am like in bed not too long from now. So my body is just really telling it's not rough. It's just like, oh boy, like I'm really starting to feel where the tiredness is coming from. You know, it's just kind of hitting. 61260. You know what? Michael Schoaf looks like a guy we could. He's not great, but you know what? I think we can utilize him. I think that's more than anything what it is. It's just like, man, I'm just kind of tired. I'm just kind of tired. All right, Lance Whitfield, Michael Schoaf. Stamina 71. Stamina 36. Okay, so 10 minutes is probably the best. Wyatt Watson and Bardalis. I thought about that. I wonder if I should just keep them apart, because Bardalis seems like someone who should be. When I make a champion, Bardalis needs to be one of the guys to be the challenger. He's a gigantic, like, he seems like someone who should be a main eventer. Lance Whitfield, open match, decisive win, of course. Just keep it very simple. Man, they really don't want them to be in a long match. Oh God. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. Maybe someone like a Landon Jericho. 6'4", 289. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. There you go. Same thing. What is his stamina? Oh, his stamina's even worse. Holy shit. How about Dwayne Lewis? He's 6'2", 289. Okay. Okay. I guess I didn't check his stamina. 66. That's much better. Hey, you know what? That means we can probably roll about a 14-minute match. Because I think if it's anything like 2016, and yeah, if it's anything like 2016, a 66 can probably get you 17 minutes tops. So I think 14 will be fine. We're going to have to introduce a belt fairly soon. I might actually have to make a belt. I made one for... No, I didn't. I didn't make a belt. So I could still end up making a belt anyway. I should make a belt. I did make a belt. Boy, I really thought of everything, didn't I? Okay, so we got a world title. Maybe we should make a tournament. We should, people love tournaments. Let's make a tournament. Tournament. Active tournament. Let's do a new elimination tournament. It'll be an 8-man. Ooh, we should make a big 16-man tournament. How about that? Oh man, I'm gonna have to remember the guys who are. Well, you know what? Maybe I just won't put it in here officially. Maybe I'll figure this out. We'll develop our first champion here soon. We're gonna need a couple of these guys to showcase their worth there. So Lance Whitfield. Yeah, Bardalis is gonna have to go over somebody. We're gonna throw somebody in there. How about Gerald Springs? He's about that size, 6'2", 228. He's not super small. Just toss him in there. How good is he? 84 stamina. Oh boy, am I about to feed him to? He's not terrible. He's not great though, so I'm not. Yeah. What's his stamina? Bardalis is 6'8", 319, and he has 82 stamina. What is with you guys? But you know what? We're still gonna go like 13 minutes. How about that? That's still a bit. For something that's showcasing somebody more than anything. Yeah, it's not really domination. I don't really want to have them dominate, but yeah, we'll do decisive win. Bardalis is someone who's not going to be having to cheat to win. He's a big boy, man. What was he? 6'8", 319. That's a big boy. All right, I want to see our little guys. We have some lightweight guys around. I think a 3-way dance is how we do that. This is like X Division style right here. 5'9", 193, Albert Chamberlain. Cool. Braxton Rock is 5'9", 212. That's a maybe. Rhea 6'2". No, he's pretty big. Tominaga. He's a pretty big dude as well. I'm sure. Yeah, 5'9", 204. You know what? I could do that. I should probably look at their. I could probably just look at their size here, like a lightweight. Yeah. Wilder Lehman's a toned lightweight. Let me see what they list him at. 5'10", 193. I'll take it. Ooh, okay. So there you go. Albert Chamberlain, Masahiro Shinko, and Wilder Lehman. Who would be the best to utilize right now? Oh, you know what? I should use this chance to look over. I should use this chance to. Oh no! Did I? I forgot to put the match in. God damn it! Okay, Albert Chamberlain. Masahiro Shinko, Wilder Lehman. I need to figure out who, because I have Trent Tubbs unbranded. I need him. I need to have a guy. I need to have a guy who should be like maybe a fun guy. Michael Schoaf. He's got an old school face gimmick that could work. Should Tubbs be a face or a? He should probably be a face. I could try to make him a heel here, but he should come in and be a fun guy. I'm thinking. You know what? I'm thinking Braxton Rock. Braxton Rock, he's a brawler, Birmingham, England. He's a little 5'9", 212 running bulldog finisher dude. You can have Trent Tubbs come out and say, found this dude hanging in a pub. And then Braxton Rock fights somebody. I think that'd be interesting. How long can these guys go? We got a 75. We got a 79. And we got a 70. That's not too bad. We could do about 14 minutes. We can do longer than that, but I don't really feel like going longer than 14. All right, who are we going to put over a little bit more? Who could get over better? All right, he's 100% heel though. So, I mean, Chamberlain could get over, but I think we're going to have a lot of big time heels. Let's see. He's a better as heel. Tales from the script. Wilder Lehman might be the best guy then. He's better as a heel though. White Dutch guy. Albert Chamberlain. Thinking Wilder Lehman. I'm thinking Wilder Lehman. That'd probably be okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Open match, decisive win. Chamberlain could definitely be up there though. So we toss that in there. Who else we need? The Sensation should come out here and really... all right, so we've got the Trent Tubbs thing. I think I'm going to put him with Braxton Rock. Well, this is Heartland. I need Great Lakes. So Braxton Rock. Trent Tubbs is going to be his manager. There you go. So we should give Braxton. He looks like he should be a heel, but can he be he could be anything, it looks like. All right, that works. He's got 81 star quality too. So, you know what? I think I might be hitching my Trent Tubbs to someone who'll be pretty good. I like that. I like that star quality. So with Trent Tubbs by his side, he might end up being pretty good. He can be he's got an old school heel gimmick. I wonder if I should give him something different. I'm gonna give him something different. Who should he face? Shof's a little big. Fujishima. We'll do Fujishima. Or Fua. Yeah, we'll do Fujishima. There we go. Stamina's pretty good. We'll keep it at 10 minutes, though. We won't make it too long. Braxton Rock getting the win. And decisive win there. There we go. Put that up here. We're at 60 minutes already. Let's see. I could let the game decide the winner, but I think I want someone like I forget what these guys' gimmicks are. I need to check out their gimmicks. Like Water Lehman's got a rock star. Yeah. You know what? Already Albert Chamberlain's got the 1%er gimmick. I could do that. I could work with that. I feel like the Rockstar guy. I mean, Rockstar in 1921 is definitely something different. Who is it? Shinko? Shinko's got a biker gimmick, huh? Let's adjust that. What can he get? What should we give him? Positive creep. A creepy character who advocates positivity but has an air of insincerity. So like DDP's gimmick in WWE? Informer? An actual FBI informant. How about that? It's very 2021. We'll make him an actual FBI informant. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do the idea that he's a little bit different, and he has this air of being a wise man. And it's 1921 and he's Asian, so people wouldn't really know better. So he just comes out in like full Edo era emperor garb and just spouts bullshit and no one understands. Who was it that Braxton Rock? All right, let me see what he can do. Does it say anything that he can do? He can't play dominant. That's fine. We'll give him something else. Let's see. Let's get some inspiration. I don't want him to be a Leasley underdog. Let's do swagger. Pimp or a punk. You know what? How about just any basis? What do we got? Oh, you know what? I don't even see it, but you know what? He is that's what he is. He's a pub crawler. I think it's creative. I think it's unique. It's not very unique. Maybe being a drunkard. That's a little bit creative. What could it be? Standard? I don't think it really fits much without anything else other than maybe like gimmicky, cartoonish, but I think standard is fine. He's a pub crawler. He's, you know what? He's kind of a pub. We'll just put pub crawler, but he also gets in a lot of pub fights, and that's how Trent Tubbs found him. So that'll work. It's gonna come out. Yeah, he's gonna look like Karrion Kross did on Raw, but he's gonna be spouting wisdom. Oh God, Lord help me! I've seen so little of. I actually had that asked to me like this past weekend, like because I had friends who knew I watched wrestling. They're just like, "Hey, have you watched much wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not really at a point where I watch WWE at all. Like, not even like highlights anymore. I don't even watch WWE. And to be fair, I don't really watch AEW. I watch highlights. That's how I mostly watch everything. Because even like a 2-hour show, I got other shit to do." Especially on a Wednesday. I don't have the time or the cable to to sit and watch TNT. I'll watch pay-per-views. Pay-per-views are nice. I always like a good pay-per-view. Of course, I got my friends who have never seen, because they knew about the Punk thing, and they were the ones who asked me about it. They're like, yeah, I'm going to watch All Out. I've never watched AEW, but I heard about the Punk thing and watched the Punk thing. I was like, all right. Yeah. I watch Wrestle Universe. I watch DDT and Tokyo Joshi Pro. That's a big chunk of what I watch. It's like, it's half DDT and Tokyo Joshi Pro, and it's half like maybe AEW, maybe a couple other things thrown in. Being Australia, it's tough. Yeah, you guys got a whole bunch. Man, you guys got so many more problems than fucking wrestling right now. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep seeing the videos that keep popping up about, what is it? Is it New South Wales? And just all the shit that's going on there. Like, Jesus Christ. Let's see here. We've got a lot of one-on-ones. We got a three-way. We could do a I was gonna say it seems like it's fucked. The Sensation. I'm trying to think who should be out here. Haruhiko Tominaga, Death Wolverine. We could leave Death Wolverine, I think. The Sensation should probably have the mask thing too, right? I mean, he's wearing a mask. We can give some credence to the mask, right? I think I could put that on there, right? Where is that? Create a new mask. There you go. Give the Sensation some stuff there. And I cut them off Australia and sent them to New Zealand. Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to some of the shit. I'm like, it sounds like they're just saying people aren't allowed to go outside anymore. It's just like, nah, not allowed to go outside. I half-hearted tried to do a terrible Australian accent. I apologize. Maybe we can do the you know what? We'll do the Sensation with we should give him somebody. Let's see, Klutz. Death Wolverine probably shouldn't have a Klutz gimmick. Let me I'll change that here in a second. You know what? Let's change that real quick. Death Wolverine, a 6'7", 322 looking dude like this should not have a Klutz gimmick. What can he do? Plays comedy well? No, dominant. He plays dominant well. That's what he plays. He's dominant. What dominant things can we give him? Bodyguard, bully, comrade, crusher, demon, grizzled, tough, hired gun, man, beast. Crusher sounds good. Doesn't even speak. Doesn't even speak. He just destroys people. That's what he does. So I think 2v2 we do Death Wolverine and of course the high flying the Sensation. And I think big boy like Landon Jericho I think could be the guy to face off against Death Wolverine. And Wyatt Walton's he's a bit smaller. You know what? Wyatt Walton can go up there. Landon Jericho and Wyatt Walton. Oh my God. Thank you for reminding me of stuttering Matt Morgan. It is always funny though to whenever Matt Morgan talks about the wrestling business, he always talks about how he doesn't care, but then he talks about how much he read like the dirt sheets and how like just obsessed, like he sort of like he was very insecure about when people didn't really like his in-ring work. 72, 70. 25. That's all right. We got 60 minutes a match already, so sure. A 6-minute match, I bet you we can only do 5. I bet it maxes out at 5. Death Wolverine's definitely going to take the win here. I think Wyatt Walton can take the loss. We'll open up the match. But yeah, it's definitely a decisive win. We're putting Death Wolverine over. This is a guy. This is a big man. This is a big man we're going to be using. We'll split up the one-on-ones over here with that. I can do that. 68 minutes. Bardalis is from Spain. He probably can't speak English, can he? He's got to have good menace, though, right? Yeah, 97. Personal info. Oh, he speaks fluent English. Perfect. There we go. Let's see here. Bardalis walks back, yelling at crowd, wanting his next victim. What is Bardalis's we're just gonna use that menace to good use. What the hell is Bardalis's gimmick? I should really check that too before I find out that Bardalis has like a klutz gimmick. Psycho. You know what? Perfect. We'll take that. Perfect. That's how I'll use them. Let's see here. What was Chamberlain's gimmick again? Chamberlain's gimmick was something interesting. 1%er. That's right. All right. Albert Chamberlain. Chamberlain out. Is disgusted by Chicago. Can't believe traveled here for a match. Oh, you know what? To entertain. Tell me his microphone skills are okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. We can even just use his acting skills, but we'll use his microphone. There you go. There we go. I won't probably throw too much on in here, but hey, you know what this means? Trent Tubbs in Chicago, baby. Braxton Rock. Tubbs out with ice cream bars. Who isn't disgusted by Chicago? CM Punk, apparently. Tubbs out with moonshine. Drinks with crowd. Found a bar fighter. Whoops. In a pub in London. Rock out. There you go. 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll do 5. We're going to give Trent Tubbs the time to really utilize this. What is Braxton Rock's best things that he's good at? His star quality, I guess. He's getting a rub from what would they say his star quality would be utilized for? Their aura as a star. Well, you know what? I think that would work because you're introducing a brand new character, a brand new guy. I know Trent Tubbs isn't known in Chicago because he's a Kansas City and Des Moines, and he hasn't quite traveled here. But we got this very charismatic moonshine salesman coming out, and he's introducing this big time bar fighter that he found. And Little Braxton Rock comes out. There we go. What was Wyatt Walton's gimmick again? Oh my god, I need to remember these guys. Wyatt Walton, nah, you know what? He shouldn't have Klutz. Let me see here. Sensation probably shouldn't have Patriot either. Oh my god, I need to deal with this. Hang on. What can he do well? What can't he do? Can't play cartoonish, can't play offbeat, unstable. Okay, he plays badass well. Perfect. Okay. Oh, you know what? I already got a good gimmick name. Silent Assassin. It's kind of safe, but maybe a little unique. There you go. Don't speak. Just use your in-ring work. Braxton Rock AA meeting segments. Nah. He's an English pub crawler with a moonshine salesman. Wyatt Walton. Okay, what was Landon? Landon Jericho's a rebellious ass kicker. Death Wolverine's a crusher. Wyatt Walton seems like fuck, what's his name? The guy that Bray Wyatt was actually fuck. Oh, what was his fucking name? It was it's not Dan Spivey, but it's Dan Spivey, but it's not, that wasn't his name. Fuck me. Waylon Mercy. There you go. That's what he looks a bit Waylon Mercy-esque. So I think that's I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, who the guy that Bray Wyatt is based off of? Waylon Mercy. He plays comedy well. He's better as a babyface. He doesn't have the babyface look, though. Wyatt Walton just doesn't have that look. He looks too greasy. What would be his swagger? Let's see. Goth Gypsy. Character is a gypsy, hillbilly. I'm trying to think here who would be, what he would make. Masochist, man on mission, lumberjack. Skincare obsessive. That's 70s guy. I got into a weird loop of watching 2000s WCW clips the other day, and I saw probably too many clips of that 70s guy, Mike Awesome. Woke Warrior. Oh my god. Why haven't I done that I pretty much got the antithesis to Taylor Wyndham. I pretty much, or the antithesis of that in Taylor Wyndham. I need a Woke Warrior in Vertigo. I think Mysterious Occult. Yeah, Mysterious Occult. Let me see here. Simpleton should be his gimmick. I'm trying to think sort of that backwoods cult leader, but it's backwoods something different. Let's see. And he's Australian too, so this really probably doesn't help. Oh, what's the name of the Aborigines? The Aboriginal? Is that what he should be? An Aborigine? Acolyte, blue collar. I almost feel like something that's like hillbilly, but a little bit different. Let's see. Dark Order, but worse. Let's see. Let's put like mysterious backwoodsman. That's a. I feel like that's very wordy, but also. How about just woodsman? Mysterious woodsman. Trying to think of a better name for that. I'll probably just deal with it as is. Why not? That's a good enough way to come across it, I think. I think most other people. By the way, Michihiro Fua. I don't think I'm going to put him on the show, but Patriot gimmick's probably not something I should do. A slob gimmick probably wouldn't work either. A Hispanic cowboy would be fun, though. Why don't we make one of the Japanese guys a cowboy? Let's just have Jimmy Wang Yang in 1921. How great would that be? All right. I'm thinking Wyatt Walton and Landon Jericho would come out and kind of, considering Wolverine and Sensation, neither one of them speak, so of course we're gonna need them to carry the load here. Wyatt and Jericho out. To creep out the. Well, you know what? Jericho's like a rebellious ass kicker, but let's see. Wyatt out to creep out the fans is Jericho. Attempts. Oh my goodness. To intimidate them. There you go. The crowd would definitely get behind 1921 Jimmy Wang Yang. Let's use charisma and his charisma. I forget what their charismas look like. What does Wyatt Walton's charisma look like? Oh, this could die a death. Star quality is really good though, so you know what? If we can get his charisma and his microphone up, that might work out a little bit better. Oh, let's keep it to. Let's keep it to the Great Lakes guys. Landon Jericho, on the other hand. Man, Landon Jericho, even if it was just a completely, just a name that they came up with, so much better than Maximilian Butts. I could not send a guy who's supposed to be a rebellious ass kicker out there with the name Maximilian Butts. Landon Jericho at least sounds kind of cool. All right, Lance Whitfield. What does his star quality look like? So this is his first time in Chicago. People might not know who he is. So we'll use his star quality. We'll give him a big boxer-like entrance to sell him. I want to sell Lance Whitfield. He'll probably be our first champion, maybe. I'm not sure yet. Eli Cotton. Oh boy, thanks for reminding me of Eli fucking Cottonwood. Let's see. Whitfield has big boxer entrance with cornerman to walk him down. I want this guy to be perceived as a goddamn star. I just looked at him. Can he talk? I just looked at Lance Whitfield and I don't remember if he could talk or not. He can, kind of. Lance Whitfield. Yeah, we'll use his microphone. Let's see. Whitfield stands tall. Oh, you know what? I could use his menace. How about that? Whitfield stands tall in the ring. Wants the best competition. All right. Microphone, I guess. Yeah, he'll say that he wants that. It's not going to be as good as if he was menacing about it, but that's all right. 78%. We're within where we need to be. Cool. 87 minutes. That's fine. I don't care. Who cares? All right. Whitfield just 1921 almost. I don't know. Whitfield's a little bit better. He's got that big boxer gimmick. Got the big fighter gimmick. He's got a lot of menace. He's got some star quality. He's actually of course his power and athleticism are actually pretty good. I think in the ring he's pretty good. I don't know. I just feel like when I hear Omos, I'm just like, oh no. I don't think Omos is that good in the ring, is he? I have barely seen much of what he does, but he didn't look super impressive. But then again, they kept his moveset, I think, super limited. Yeah, Omos is tall. How big is Whitfield? I think he's like 6'7", maybe 6'4", 6'8". Yeah, either way. All right. Oh shit. Well, considering it's the same company, I feel like I'm gonna need to change that. But here we are, Great Lakes Wrestling, the inaugural Great Lakes Wrestling event here in Chicago. 107 people turning out for this, for a brand new promotion, quote unquote. As we get all new people for this promotion here. Subpar Wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. We get Bardalis, a giant behemoth, 6'9", 300 plus pounds. And he is absolutely psychotic, and it's great. Facing off against Gerald Springs. Goes 12:43, hits him with a jawbreaker, and Bardalis with an easy win. As there we go, we get to just move on here, but he's not done. He gets out of the ring, he's yelling at the crowd, he's intimidating people, he's scaring crowd members. You got stunt grannies fainting in the front row. And he wants his next victim. We get Albert Chamberlain coming out. And he is a very high society type man. He comes out and he's used to the finer things in life. He's actually from the West Coast. You know, he's out there on the sunny beaches of California. I think he's actually English, so but nonetheless, he came from England to the sunny beaches of California, but here he's in Chicago and he is disgusted by Chicago. And can't believe that he traveled here to entertain these people, as he thought he was going to get better here in America. And honestly, he realizes that it's not any better than the beaches of Los Angeles. Stunt Grannies is, by the way, Stunt Grannies is such a thing that like people would have to have watched that show had to have been like 20 years old at least by now. I can't even remember. I think people found out like some of the wrestlers' identities, and I think they pretty much got blackballed. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think there was like a couple of kind of noteworthy guys who were underneath the masks. I forget exactly. But nonetheless, we have a three-way dance coming up between three of our lighter competitors. We've been showing off a couple of the big guys, but we got our smaller guys jumping and flying around, except it was terrible. It was a terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. But we got Albert Chamberlain, Matsuhiro Shinko, who's got this very odd gimmick of coming out and espousing nonsensical seeming words of wisdom. And then get Water Lehman, who's a bit of a rock star. He comes out, and people seem to enjoy that. But yeah, Water Lehman ends up getting the win here. Shinko went first, and then it came down to him and Chamberlain, and Water Lehman got the victory here. In fact, he was the weak link here. Maybe I should go with Chamberlain now. But nonetheless, it was a match. Lehman gets the victory. Trent Tubbs is here. The people of Chicago don't really know Trent Tubbs because this is his first time here, but nonetheless, they see this moonshine salesman. Of course, the city of Chicago, very well known for, I think, its time during the moonshining industry. But nonetheless, Trent Tubbs comes out with some moonshine, gives it to some fans. They start drinking with the crowd. The crowd love him already, and comes in the ring with some moonshine. He says he was traveling the world, and introduces himself, and then also introduces a guy that he found in a pub in London. He was just a little guy, but he had a lot of fight in him, and he was beating guys twice his size, and that man's name was Braxton Rock. And thankfully, it looks like he got an initial reading of great. So we've got the pub crawler / pub fighter Braxton Rock here with Trent Tubbs behind him as he faces against Subaru Fujishima. It was such a nothing match. Abysmal. Braxton Rock hits him with a running bulldog, gets the win, and that is about all she wrote there. Did about as much as you could do. Yeah, that Braxton Rock with an in-ring performance of 8 is not exactly what I was hoping for, so we'll see. We're coming up. I don't think it's quite we're not quite to the main event, but we've got a tag team match coming up. Wyatt Walton, who is coming out. He's got this mysterious backwoods type guy. And you got Landon Jericho, who's this rebellious ass kicker coming out. And they seem like not a nice team as they're facing off against a team who still doesn't seem like a nice team in the Death Wolverine and the Sensation. And they seem to be doing a lot better than Walton and Jericho, honestly. Sensation silent. Oh man, his gimmick went poor. I think you can kind of change it eventually. Death Wolverine's Crusher gimmick though did extremely well, so I won't worry too much about that. But nonetheless, only went just under 6 minutes when Death Wolverine hits a side suplex on Wyatt Walton and pins him. And Death Wolverine and the Sensation get a victory. And it is time for our main event. And we've got a big-time fighter from England coming in. Of course, I think because also this is first time in Chicago and everything. No one really knows who Lance Whitfield is, but they will know now as he comes out with cornermen and trainers, with boxing robe and boxing shorts that he's wearing with his wrestling boots. And we get Lance Whitfield coming out for the main event. Coming out looking like an absolute star as he faces Dwayne Lewis in the main event. And goes just over 14 minutes. And Whitfield tries to carry Lewis throughout as much as he could do. Eventually, after a little over 14 minutes, rears up and hits that big right hook. Giant right haymaker to Dwayne Lewis's face. Knocks him out. And Lance Whitfield covers him for the pin, and he wins the match. And stands tall in the ring with the referee raising his hand and yells that he wants the best competition right here in Chicago, and he has taken all comers. And that will be the end. 20, good, just good enough. Okay. Lance Whitfield, thank God, by the way, I decided to take someone, one of my big stars like Lance Whitfield, and bring him over, because holy shit, could I not imagine what it would be like without him. That main event could have died much harder. and Trent Tubbs. The fact that I extracted Trent Tubbs and Lance Whitfield to come over. Yeah, thank God Whitfield can perform, and thank God Trent Tubbs is charismatic as fuck. Bardalis, you know what? I think Bardalis did pretty well. His match sucked, but he did okay. So I'm gonna praise Whitfield for his performance. I'm gonna praise Tubbs for being a solid, charismatic performer, and I'm gonna praise Bardalis for being a convincing menace to society. He was happy, seemed pleased, and seemed pleased. There you go. And that is the first official Great Lakes Wrestling show. So I'm interested to see what happens. Maybe once we start, I think the idea that, because we're still basing off of the size here, might be a little bit better once we get some popularity with them. There's still a lot of guys we didn't even use. Didn't we just use Shof in the main? No, we didn't use them. Oh, I probably didn't change the main event thing, did I? Oh well. I think it would, yeah. It still shows Dwayne Lewis, so that's fine. But nonetheless, I think I'm starting to see like the upsides and the downsides. I think now that I have a baseline for a lot of the guys that I would be using, because I think I utilized just about every guy I knew I was going to use right away. I think Cody Dewey, Rhea, Villalobos. There's a few guys in here that I'll probably toss in there next month and figure out what their baseline is. But you know what? I don't mind the fact that I kind of got to see this baseline here. I think everything is pretty good. I can see people's strengths and weaknesses, and just about all of them have the weakness of just not being good in the ring. Bardalis ain't bad. 23, that's pretty good. Shenko and Chamberlain were okay. Too bad I hitched my wagon to Lehman there. Jesus Christ. Neither one of those guys were any good. Jesus. Good God. Edwin Corey was okay. Okay, so the Sensation's okay, but now he's got a gimmick that people don't like. And of course, Lance Whitfield's able to carry some people. So I think once they start gaining a little bit of popularity, I think it'll be pretty okay. We'll see. Let's get to the next month here. We're now in June. I don't think anyone new showed up, right? They did get a new guy. Oh, that's based off one of the guys that was made for the thing here. Let's see here. Shane Foster, an Australian. Dude, I love how he's... by the way, he's based in the Southwest, but he's Australian. How great that the man is Australian and his last name is Foster. Holy shit. You can't make the... You can't... Canny operator. He's known to hold back on shows that don't matter. He might not be too bad. We'll see. We'll shortlist him. I'll think about it later. You can't write something cheesier than having an Australian guy with the last name Foster. This is... Yeah. I'm wondering, there's gotta be, I forget when the first, I'm wondering when the first extension promotion is going to be. We'll see. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. But hey, we still made good money. That was the most amount of money we ever spent on workers. But, with such a jump in sponsors and ticket sales and everything, it ended up working out pretty well. We still made $3,500. It's only going to get better because a lot of these guys, the thing about that is a lot of these guys, you can see England, Europe, England, Canada, England, Mexico, Japan, Mexico, Japan. As these guys get booked here, it's going to cost less and less to bring them because eventually they're going to move to America. So eventually they're just going to be like, well, this is the only place we're getting booked. And it's in, and it's in Chicago. So we're going to move at least close to Chicago. so it doesn't cost a ton of money to fly me in from Australia all the time. And of course, I'm not going to get an Australian promotion. So that's the one good thing, is that we're kind of seeing how much money it's going to cost, and we still made a bunch of money at it. I forget what our merchandise looks. We're at 3. Okay, so we're pretty much... I could probably move it up, but at this point, I should probably just wait. By the way, there's no broadcasters ever. Ever. There's no broadcasters at all. We could make our own broadcaster at some point, but we got to wait. We'll just make our own radio station at some point to broadcast the wrestling matches. That'll be great. But nonetheless, made some money, did well. We got our second show with our second quote unquote promotion up. And we'll be able to do a couple shows a month now. Hopefully it doesn't start running into... Yeah, okay. At least they're not moving in on where we're at, so I can always accept that. So, nonetheless, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go to bed now and enjoy. And yeah, so like I said, we've done pretty well. I like this. I'm looking forward to having another promotion here and what we can do with it. So, thanks guys, and I will see you guys next time.